What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to episode 5 of getting started with your mobile car detailing business with 7 Mile Mobile Car Detailing. Today we'll be talking about some products that I like to use for mobile car detailing, and just pretty much everything that you should have in your kit. So, what I like to use for myself. I'll just pretty much go through everything that I had and used. So for transportation, I like to have 2 of those big plastic containers that you hold with the lid on top and everything. I like 2 of those just for all my various equipment or whatever. I like to carry extension cords and extra hoses and whatnot, as well as just cleaning supplies. What I also like to have is I would have pretty much a toolbox just with the cleaning supplies themselves. And I would say I also had 2 big 5-gallon buckets with scrub brushes and pretty much anything for the exterior of the car in one bucket. And then the other bucket, I would have all my clean towels and rags and everything. And then in one of those big plastic tubs I was talking about, I would have just an empty one for dirty towels. And it's really important that you keep track of what towels are clean and what towels are dirty, because you can track dirt and debris with those towels and actually end up damaging the paint job or windows of the car and leave scratches on it. So one thing that's really goes underlooked that's really important is the towels that you use. So for interior, the towels I would recommend are pretty much just any microfiber towel. They're about this big, and those are pretty much just for you're cleaning, getting out dirt or trash or whatever. And also cleaning the interior of the car, I like to use sort of like an interior spray foam cleaner for cars. And what I would do is I'd say the dashboard, I'd spray down the dashboard. Another thing that I like to have is brushes. So I'd have little soft tip brushes that are, they're the thick brushes specifically for car detailing. And if you look it up, they'll come up. They're very easy to use. What I like to do is I like to spray the foam, and I like to agitate it, just circular motions with the brush itself, and then wipe clean with that microfiber towel. And one of the more important aspects of the towel-wise is the outside of the car. What are you using to dry the outside of the car? Because if you're into cleaning cars, or even if you just hose your car down, you'll notice you get something called watermarks. And these are little tiny water drops that dry up that leave little spots on your car, and that's from the calcium that's in the water pretty much everywhere. And it's really important that you have a good drying towel to make sure that when you dry the car, that doesn't leave behind any watermarks, because they're honestly pretty visible if you get up close, and even from far away you'll notice that the car doesn't shine that well. So one towel that I recommend, and I think is definitely an essential to my kit, is called a black line towel. They are pretty expensive, but even just getting one towel will make all the difference in the world in the quality of your service. And what I like to do is I like to just big sweeping motions with the dry part of the towel and clean it. Another thing with that is just, you really want to make sure that the car is fully dry, because if you don't, then it will leave watermarks and it won't look good at all. That's going to wrap up today's episode. Tune in next time for starting your mobile car detailing business with 7 Mile Mobile Car Detailing.